Hello beautiful people, I hope you're all well. I am really sorry I haven't uploaded these past couple of weeks. I haven't really been feeling the best, but here I am. And today I'm going to be finding out what makes you so special and unique, I guess. So let me show you guys the piles and we'll jump in. Okay, so this right here will be pile 1, this will be pile 2, and this will be pile 3, so take your time, pause the video if you need to, and the timestamps will be in the description box below. Okay, so hi pile 1, let's find out what makes you so special and unique. So immediately with you guys, with the Mars and the Tiger Fire card coming out, I want to say something that makes you very, very special is that you have this incredible fire within you actually. I also want to say that I feel like you guys in this pile have had to overcome, I want to say, a lot of different storms actually in your life with the storm warning card in reverse here. But I feel like you've somehow, I want to say, transmuted these different painful experiences that you've had in your life to become unstoppable actually. It's like you've taken this energy and used it to transform yourself with the butterfly rebirth card, right? I feel like you guys are very, very deep souls, I want to say, pile 1, which is something that makes you very, very special here. I also feel like with the polar bear mystic card, I want to say that pile 1, I think actually you are very, very intuitive types, and I think this knowingness that you have that you can make life better, and that I want to say you have made life better and you are always continuing to do that for yourself. It comes from this very deep inner knowing that you have. You have this, I want to say it's like almost like an intuitive compass, right, with this card coming out. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you in this pile are actually very, I'm hearing empathic. I wouldn't be surprised here if some of you are quite psychic as well, which is something that makes you really, really special, because you seem to have these varying parts of yourself with the yin and the yang. I want to say these more masculine sort of action-oriented qualities, this fire, right? But also this really deep, receptive, feminine, even emotional and deep side to you that balances and comes together in this really beautiful and wonderful way. Really, really interesting, pile 1. Something else that I also pick up on with the Penguin Authentic card, I want to say, I feel like in this pile, it's like life has, I think, tried you to the point where you felt like maybe you couldn't get back up again. But it helped you to understand and to realize who you truly are, and to also understand that you don't have time to waste being somebody that you're not, pile 1. And I feel like you always strive to be authentic and honest and truthful. I also want to say something that's really special about you, pile 1. I feel like the people around you in your energy, your friends, your family, whoever it is, I feel like they need you to be the way that you are, because I think that you actually inspire people very, very greatly. Not only to kind of pick themselves up and to go after what it is that they want in life, but by virtue of you just being so unafraid to be you, pile 1. Really, really interesting. I feel like with the release and surrender coming out here as well, I feel like you're just not afraid to let go of things that are just not good for you, or maybe people or situations. You have this incredible strength with the Angel of Strength in reverse coming out. I want to say sometimes something that's quite interesting about you, pile one, you may kind of have like erratic bursts of energy at times. Maybe some of you here can resonate with this, where you feel like there may be moments where you get extremely low and your lows are low, but it's like when you kind of pick yourself back up, it's like you come back with more fire than ever. Really, really interesting. I also feel like something that's quite special about you, I feel like some of you in this pile may have had to deal with, I'm hearing anger issues, or maybe it's that you had like a temper at certain times or something, you know, like that. And I want to tell you, pile one, anger is important, right? It really is important. But what's even more important about this anger is how we direct our anger. And I feel like actually really, really interesting here. But I feel like the way in which sometimes you direct your passion, rather, let's say, pile one, is by kind of using it to help other people here. I feel like a lot of you in this pile are very humanitarian types, actually. I also want to say, with the woman holding a heart in reverse, I feel like you have huge hearts to a point where you have to be very, very careful about who you open up to or entrust that heart with, pile one. But I feel like something that also makes you really, really special is this big heart that you have. Also, coming back to this world card here, maybe if some of you feel a particular anger towards, let's take animal cruelty, for example, right? Because you're able to pick up on this pain and this emotion that maybe these animals are going through, right? And you take this anger, let's say, and use it and direct it to maybe do some kind of activism or do things in your own day-to-day life that could make it better for the animals in some kind of way. There are varying examples of this, but that's just one, right? Really, really interesting, pile one, indeed. Something that I pick up on as well, I'm really being reminded of animals a lot in your pile one. Maybe a lot of you are animal empaths or something like that, but you don't have to be, or you're animal lovers. I feel like with the moon coming out next to the Page of Pentacles, if you guys can see this wolf right here coming out with the Page of Pentacles, this makes me feel like some of you have this special gift when it comes to, I want to say, understanding animals, or I feel like children maybe as well, with the Six of Cups coming out here. I feel like you're very good at understanding the more, I want to say, vulnerable members of society. And I also want to say, I feel like some of you can make really, really good dog trainers or something like that. Like you have this this instinctual understanding perhaps, or maybe you're really, really good with children, something of that nature here. I want to say, pile one, for those of you where that fits. And I feel like this is something that makes you really, really special. It's again, with the moon coming out, right, this really, really intuitive, deep inner knowingness that you have that makes you so special. I also want to say, pile one, with the King of Cups coming out here, and even the Hermit, I feel like I would even go as far as saying maybe throughout parts of your life, you maybe felt very misunderstood by other people. I want to say they found it difficult to perhaps gauge just how emotional or deep you are. I want to say a lot of you in this pile could be quite philosophical maybe as well, or even spiritual, right? But I feel like you've not made an enemy of this, and you've really learned how to embrace this very mysterious side that you have, and beautiful side, right? I feel like you are the kinds of people that are very, very in touch with yourselves on a deep level here. And that is something that makes you very, very special, for a number of reasons, right? I also feel like with the Lovers coming out here, I want to say something that makes you really, really special, pile one, is that you're able to feel into other people and to understand them on this very, very deep level. I wouldn't be surprised as well if a lot of you in this pile could make very, very gifted psychologists or therapists even, I want to say. By taking, I want to say, this knowledge, right? This actual knowledge and wisdom that you have, and combining it with this incredible intuition you have, you're able to really, really gauge people. You're able to, I want to say, see straight through their lies as well with the Seven of Swords in reverse. I feel like people in general just can't lie to you, pile one, because you just know straight away. You're just too intuitive. It kind of just cuts through all the crap. I also want to say something that makes you really, really special here, pile one. With the Lovers coming out, not only these varying sides that you have that blend together so beautifully, even though I feel like they can be very, very different here, I want to say with the Lovers coming out, I feel like you are able to give and to receive this incredibly deep level of love, and to be able to share that with another person. I feel like you're very, very guarded in regards to who you would do this with, but I feel like if you sense that person is really deserving of your love and trust, pile one, I feel like you make this beautiful, deep, even romantic, dreamy lover. Not just dreamy, however, but also very, very real and authentic. And it's something that people actually fall in love with about you, pile one, this authenticity that you have. I also want to say, with the Ace of Pentacles coming out, I feel like something that makes you guys really, really special. I feel like people view you as being this kind of divine wish, or this opportunity even, not in a bad way, like people want to use you, because I feel like if people have tried to do this in the past, which I wouldn't be surprised by, one being that you have very, very big hearts, I feel like you're able to kind of resonate or find people that are actually trustworthy, and they do see you as this wonderful opportunity to maybe have a life with, for example, or to have a beautiful friendship with, or an employment opportunity even. I do want to say, pile one, I feel like you're very, very hard workers. It's something that really, really comes through for you with the Eight of Pentacles. Hardworking, not just in the kind of physical realm, but also when it comes to you just working on yourselves. I feel like you're just very, very committed to you in general, to life, which is really, really special and beautiful, pile one. Interesting. Another thing that I see with the Moon coming out and the Eight of Swords in reverse here, I can't help but feel like a lot of you have had to deal with, I want to say, really poor mental health. Could have been anxiety or depression. It could be, you know, really anything here. But I feel like you are finding your way of kind of flowing with this. So if you do have moments or times in your life where you feel really, really down, like I said, you know how to kind of transmute this energy, but also just sit and be in your emotions and just feel them, which is something that not just anybody can do, but this is part of the reason why you are so gifted at transforming, pile one, because you know how to flow with your feelings and just feel them, right? Not, you know, with your head, which is just your ego trying to distract you from feeling pain, but, you know, with your heart, right? Really, really interesting. So that is what I have for you, pile one. I do hope that resonated. I hope you have a really beautiful week, and thank you so much for watching. Bye. Okay, so hi pile 2. Let's find out what makes you so special and unique, right? Okay, so immediately with the Saturn card coming out here, you guys, I feel like something that is actually really, really special about you is you know how to be disciplined, and I want to say apply yourself to your goals and your dreams, and also to never give up on this, right? I feel like you have this fighting spirit pile 2, and I want to say this fighting spirit really does guarantee you success here with the victory card coming out. I feel like something that's quite special about you is that you're meant to win at life, and you do win at life, pile 2. And maybe if some of you perhaps have a hard time believing that, or have had a hard time believing that, please know that I want to say you're really, really incredible souls here, pile 2. With the woman holding a coin here, you have all this value, these skills. I want to say you're somebody that is meant to be victorious and successful in life. This pile is definitely giving me the vibe that something that's really, really special about you. I feel with financial constraints in reverse. I feel like a lot of you may have had to overcome, or you have been in phases of your life where you really, really struggled financially. I want to say, maybe you had a really difficult sort of upbringing, or it really could be anything here. But I feel like you've manifested this gateway to abundance, pile 2. It's like you're kind of this, I feel like you're actually a magnet for money and for success generally speaking, pile 2. It's really, really interesting actually. I also want to say something that's quite special about you. I want to say that some of you could be quite sporty types, or maybe you're really, really good at games or something like that. Like you're the kind of person that always wins at games. And it's just this energy that you have of believing in yourself that quite literally manifests it. Beautiful. I also want to say something that is really, really special about you, pile 2. With the Caring Connections card coming out here, and even with Neptune coming out, I feel like you have this incredibly nurturing, loving, romantic side even. I feel like, again, with this pole, you have really, really big hearts, and it's something that makes you really, really special. But something that's really wonderful about you, pile 2, I feel like you not only have this ability to make people feel, I want to say safe with the Listen card coming out. Like they have this person that they can confide in and trust. And I feel like you are very, very trustworthy people, pile 2, which is another thing that makes you special, right? But I feel like you know how to create this bubble, I want to say, of safety and protection for your loved ones and for people that maybe need you and you want to help. But you also know how to do this and at the same time give your loved ones this freedom and this space to be who it is they truly are. I also feel like you are a mirror in that sense, because I feel like with the Horse Freedom card coming out, I want to say you have really pure hearts here, and it's like you kind of can't help but just be who you are, which is beautiful, right? I feel like you're very, very freedom seeking as well, pile 2. And also with Joy coming out here, it's like you're this source of joy for a lot of people in the world, pile 2. It feels like being in your company or your energy just, it brightens up the place. It really, really does. Like it just gives new life and new energy. I feel like being in your company just makes people feel like they are truly free to be themselves, which is really, really beautiful here. I'm hearing freedom seekers and freedom fighters, so maybe you are the types of people that are very, very passionate about helping other people have freedom as well. Like maybe there are certain social issues that you feel very, very passionately about, and I feel like you're very unafraid to stand up and to talk about this. something else that I pick up on here at pile 2, I feel like with the grizzly bear power card coming out, this card literally says, by the way, I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I feel like you have this deep power within you, but I feel like you never choose to abuse your power. It's like you're actually confident in your point of view and in yourself enough to be able to effectively lead others, and I want to say gain other people's trust, right? I feel like you have a really strong vision for your life and where you want it to go. You have goals and dreams, I want to say, pile 2. Something that I do see as well with Neptune coming out, I feel like a lot of you in this pile could be, I feel like you're very intuitive across the piles, generally speaking, I have to say, everyone. I want to say with you guys, you have this intuitiveness and this creativity. I feel like a lot of you could be really great at divine channeling creative things, like maybe it's painting or something like that, but it really doesn't have to be. It could be absolutely anything. It's like you're very inspired, and it's something that's really, really special about you, because that is, inspiration is essentially your kind of divine intuition, I want to say, picking up that something could be great or wonderful, so you feel the urge to do it. It's something that kind of comes from God, I suppose, the universe, right? Which is you. At the same time, really, really beautiful. It's like you know how to tap into yourself, which is, it's just so special, pile 2. I also want to say with the Links Keeper of Secrets here, I feel like something that's actually really special about you is that you are the kind of person that can keep a secret till the end of days, quite literally. I feel like you are, like I said, very, very trustworthy people, and I feel like if a person confides in you, you would kind of go out your way here to make them feel like that information would never go anywhere else, and you would be very, very loyal in kind of keeping this to yourself, right? I also feel like with the Links Keeper of Secrets and also with Neptune, right, there are other parts to you that not just anybody could know, pile 2. It's like you have these different layers. I feel like there's this deep side to you, but also this kind of serious side, maybe disciplined side, as well as this very like fun, I'm free kind of energy. It's a really, really beautiful mix, I have to say, pile 2. So some other things that make you really, really special here, I want to say, pile 2. I feel like with the Hanged Man here, this is very, very specific, but I feel like some of you here could be mediums, even. Like I honestly wouldn't be surprised, or you maybe have some kind of business or some kind of business shop, maybe kind of advocating your spiritual or psychic gifts in some kind of way, for those of you where that fits. But I do feel like, just generally speaking, pile 2, look at this, we have the King and the Queen of Wands coming out. Something that makes you really, really special, pile 2, is the fact that you don't even have to be loud or extroverted or really, really put yourself out there that much. I feel like your energy and you just maybe just going along doing your own day-to-day things, it captivates people and it brings them in. It's like your energy is very, very magnetic and captivating. I mean, just look at these bold colors here, you guys. I feel like this incredible fire, this vision that you have, I want to say you use this to kind of help people here. I do feel like with the Six of Pentacles here, you're able to kind of take this vision that you have and use this to lead others. I feel like you're definitely not the types of people that are meant to follow other people or in their kind of footsteps. I feel like you march to the beat of your own drum, and that is what makes you so special. I also want to say, with the Hierophant in reverse here, I feel like something that makes you guys quite special is, I'm hearing you could have quite analytical minds, or questioning minds, or something like that. Like, if somebody gives you a piece of information, I feel like you're not the types to just accept it straight away. I feel like your minds can penetrate very, very deep, and you like to, I want to say, find out things for yourself. I also feel like a lot of you in this part are just you're just rebels by nature, is how I would describe this. You aim to be unique, and you are very, very unique, I have to say. Pile 2, I feel like there's nobody quite like you. I feel like a lot of you in this pile as well could have like a really unique dress sense, or there's something that's quite unique, I want to say, about your appearance. I do want to say, with the Lynx Keeper of Secrets as well, I feel like I was particularly drawn to the eyes of this big cat right here. I feel like you have really, really enchanting eyes, pile 2. There's something really, I don't know how to describe it, it's just captivating. There's something about your eyes that are really, really captivating. I feel like you just somehow draw people in with your eyes. Really, really interesting. I'm hearing the word seductive, so maybe some of you have seductive eyes. Okay, spirit. But yeah, these are the kinds of things that I'm picking up for you, pile 2. Really, really interesting. I also feel like with Judgment here, I feel like you have this incredibly strong sense of justice and this knowingness of what is right and wrong. I feel like you have really strong moral compasses, pile 2, and you kind of follow this throughout your life. I feel like you set an example for other people, actually, by being this very justice seeking, truth seeking person that you are. I also feel like I kind of get the vibe that maybe some of you are meant to be like gifted lawyers, or like judges, or something like that. I'm hearing social workers as well, like you are supposed to have some kind of job that involves you creating justice in the world in some sort of way. For those of you where that resonates, right? Really, really interesting. So that is what I have for you, pile 2. I do hope that resonated. I hope you have a really beautiful week, and thank you so much for watching. Bye. Okay, so hi pile 3. Let's find out what makes you so special and unique. So immediately right off the bat, you guys, I'm seeing a lot of water here. Like, we have quite literally the water element coming out. We have the Auger Whale Adventure coming out, and we have the Sea Turtle Protection. I feel like something that makes you really, really special, pile 3, I want to say, is this beautiful ability to feel very, very deeply here. I do get the vibe in this part, a lot of you could be clairsentient types. I feel like you're really, really able to feel not only your own feelings, but also other people's emotions here. Really, really interesting. I also want to say that with the Envy card coming out, I feel like something that's quite special about you, pile 3. I want to say you are not afraid to explore the deeper, or maybe the darker parts of yourselves, of your emotions, even things like envy, right? Because I feel like you have this beautiful strength, actually, to kind of trust in the divine, to trust in yourself, to trust in whatever is happening in life. and kind of always know that you will find your way. I also feel like with envy coming out, I feel like a lot of you have had to work a lot on your self-confidence. Maybe some of you had kind of dealt with this feeling of maybe not feeling good enough, perhaps being put down by the people around you. I'm hearing being bullied as well, so maybe some of you could kind of resonate with that. But I feel like you've actually healed, I want to say, in a huge way here. I feel like you are a lot more confident now, I want to say, pile 3. But I feel like because you've kind of dealt with these lower feeling states, or having low self-esteem, for example, at certain parts in your life, maybe, I feel like you're able to provide this beacon of hope for other people and to help them heal, right? To understand these different parts of themselves and to give those parts that love and that understanding that it needs, right? I also want to say, I feel like a lot of you in this pile are very spiritual as well, with the Temple Path card coming out. I feel like you're very connected to God, to the universe, to your guides even. Even with the Daughter Spirit card coming out, I feel like a lot of you are actually really intuitive, psychic even in this pile. I really wouldn't be surprised. Really interesting here. I kind of get the vibe as well, with my pile 3s. I feel like you are constantly receiving inspiration, and you're very tapped into this kind of energy that sort of gets brought down through you, I want to say, or rather to you. And you kind of use this inspiration that you have to just keep going in life, to kind of make your next steps, and you just trust the process, you trust yourself. Really beautiful, really beautiful indeed. I also feel like this is super random, you guys, but I'm being reminded of Jesus again with this card coming out, and with the doves that I'm seeing here. So I feel like maybe some of you could be very connected to Jesus, but you don't have to be. It's just something that I'm kind of picking up on, kind of similar to, I think, the last video that I did. I was seeing that as well. I also want to say, pile 3, something that's really special about you, with the Orgaware Adventure card coming out. You know how to have fun, like you really do. I feel like you could be the kind of people that really like to go to theme parks. You somehow maintain this beautiful childlike sense of wonder and awe about the world, and you never lose this beautiful hope, I want to say, and this optimism that you have. I also feel like with the Frog Prosperity card coming out, I feel like you've had to change a lot. You've had to transition a lot in your life. Maybe some of you have had to move so many times or switch up certain things in your life. I want to say, whether that was intentional or not, or whether it was by you or by factors outside of you kind of creating this change, but you've learned how to flow with this change now. And I want to say, pile 3, something that's really special about you is that you really know how to adapt and to flow. Beautiful. You are like this angel of love for people, actually. I feel like you put people in this energy and this space where they know that they are comfortable and that they are safe with you. It's really beautiful. Again, I really do feel like a lot of you are healers here. I even would go as far as saying I wouldn't be surprised if maybe some of you could be doctors even, or like you have some kind of profession that involves you healing people in some way. Maybe if it's not in a physical kind of way, it could be in some kind of emotional way, or, you know, mental way, physical way. It really could. Maybe you are like personal trainers here for some of you, or something like that. but we'll just kind of take that how it fits. Pile 3, something else that I see for what makes you so special. I feel like you're very beautiful, actually, is how I would describe this. I feel like you have this very aesthetic eye. I feel like some of you could make really, really gifted artists in this pile, actually, or I'm being reminded of like flower decoration or something like that. Maybe it's makeup. It could quite literally be anything, right? But you have this beautiful creativity about you, pile 3, that makes you really, really special. It's like you have an eye for beauty. Really, really interesting. I also feel like a lot of you could be kind of, well, not kind of, I feel like a lot of you in this pile could also be clairvoyant. Like you see things, maybe you see spirits and auras. Really, really interesting. Because a lot of people that are clairvoyant do kind of have this very incredibly aesthetic eye. Like they have an eye for beauty. Really, really interesting. Wow. Pile 3, when I was shuffling your tarot cards, I have so much water energy again. We have so many cups here, which is again showing me this very deep kind of receptive energy that you have that makes you really, really special. I also want to say here, pile 3, I feel like with the Queen of Cups coming out and even with the Ten of Cups, I feel like you have something really, really motherly about you, actually. Very, very nurturing here. I feel like a lot of you in this pile, I want to say you make really great moms, maybe if you are already, or great dads perhaps. But it doesn't have to be to children. Maybe it's that you're a pet parent or something like that. But you are just able to really nurture people, feel into them. Queen of Cups to me is the classic empath card coming out here. Once again, really highlighting that something really special and beautiful about you, pile 3, is your heart, right? I also want to say, with the Two of Cups coming out here, and even with the Knight of Cups, oh my, I feel like something really special about you is I feel like you make really wonderful romantic partners. I feel like people are extremely lucky to be able to have a chance with you, I want to say, pile 3, because you know how to really, really feel into somebody and to understand them, to give them love and devotion as well as passion, I want to say. I feel like you are the kinds of people that could do really, really thoughtful gestures for others. Maybe if it's not that you're necessarily a romantic type, I feel like you have this beautiful thoughtfulness about you. I feel like you're the kind of person that would just regularly kind of check in on the people that you care about, especially, and go out of your way to make sure, you know, that they're okay, right? It shows that you are very genuine and pure of heart, right, pile 3? I also want to say, with the Knight of Cups coming out here, I feel like a lot of you in this pile could also be really gifted writers as well. I really, really, I wouldn't be surprised, or maybe it's poetry or something like that. Something creative, I want to say. Pile 3, I also want to tell you, with the Nine of Swords in reverse here, I feel like something that's really special and unique about you. I feel like you have been in places in your life where you have been quite literally at the lowest of the low. I want to say where you really, really struggled, I think, with your mental health. I also want to say that I feel like if those of you here that resonate with being empaths kind of didn't know how to gravitate through your life without, you know, just taking on these emotions from other people, but not having some kind of way of, you know, transmuting this energy, right? I I feel like it's something that maybe caused you a lot of anxiety in the past, because you kind of feel so deeply into people. You're not just picking up on your own kind of anxieties and feelings, but also picking up on this from others. I kind of do get the vibe that maybe you did struggle with this at a certain point in time as well. But I feel like you've learned how to transmute this now, I want to say. I feel like you're very, very gifted actually at transmuting emotions, generally speaking. It's like you're a master of your emotions, Pile 3. This is really how I would describe it. And I feel like something that's really special about you is you know how to heal yourself. You know how to nurture yourself, which is why you are so incredible at nurturing other people as well, right, Pile 3? Really, really, really beautiful. It's like you have this quiet, unstoppable strength within you, with the kind of soft flowiness of the sea and the ocean, but also with the power of the tides, you know what I mean? Like this beautiful kind of mix between being soft and gentle, but also very powerful in that. Incredible. I also want to say something that makes you guys so special. I feel like you're very connected to angels in this pile with the Temperance card coming out. I feel like you're very, very connected to your guides in general. I do feel specifically like there's angels in this part, a lot of angels around you, and I feel like you know how to receive inspiration, messages, signs from them, and to take this on board and go on your way, which is really, really interesting, Pile 3. Okay, one more thing that I also pick up for you. I feel like with the Fool coming out, I feel like something that's really special about you, Pile 3. It's like you have funny bones in your body. I feel like you know how to make people laugh so hard that they literally kind of like you make them laugh so hard that their stomach hurts. I feel like you know how to tickle people's funny bones, and also just provide people this very light and bright energy, I want to say, that kind of just takes away from the seriousness of life, which is really, really beautiful. I'm also kind of being reminded here, with the Fool coming out, of a Heyoka empath. You know, people that are really, really kind of, it's like they're very, very intuitive, psychic, empathic, right? But they kind of use their gifts to stir up people's emotions, to bring their emotions out in, you know, maybe boisterous ways, maybe unusual ways, but it's to allow people to kind of heal, right? This is really, really interesting. Please let me know if anyone here kind of resonates with that term of being a Heyoka empath, because I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if maybe some of you here are. Okay, so that is what I have for you, Pile 3. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a really beautiful week. And I have to say, Pile 3, your energy really, really warms my heart. That is what I have for you. Thank you. Bye.